To tell a family that their child has cancer is probably one of the more challenging jobs that I've had to do.
I firmly believe that a children's hospital is important for the care of patients because the staff who work there know that children are different than adults.
Families know very little about cancer before they walk through the door. And even if they are suspicious, there's always a certain amount of hope that it's not cancer.
Originally it was stomach aches and just not being able to keep his food down. So we originally were told that it was probably the flu. But he was in so much pain at the time that you know, he just wanted to feel better.
To hear the news that your only child has cancer, it's like somebody hit you square in the gut. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. I thought the end. I thought the worst.
You just can't imagine the hurt you feel inside.
Initially, they were very devastated, like any family would, but they really stepped up to the plate. Chris, being 10 back then, was going on 14. He really wanted to be involved, and I would have to say understood quite a bit of what was going on.
The other thing about children is even when they're facing a terminal disease in some cases, they are very upfront and honest about what they're facing. And so you get just a different level of input and honesty from kids sometimes that adults will maybe not be as forthright.
Well, Chris, he was in the hospital for a long period of time, weeks at a time. He lost his hair, and that's always a really hard time for kids.
When I lost my hair, I didn't really know what to think. I just knew it was going to happen, and my uncle shaved his head, and I shaved my head too once it was all out. It made me feel better about losing my hair because my uncle was doing it with me.
His friends from school would come up quite frequently. The boys, after their Sunday afternoon football games, they would come up and fill him in on how the game went and what was going on at school, and his teachers were so good about keeping him in the loop.
My friends, they wrote in this journal that my teachers kept, and the teachers would send it up to the hospital with two of my friends every week, and I'd write it back to them and they could look at it, and I was keeping in touch with them that way. One of the toughest moments was when I saw everybody else doing all these things that I really wanted to do, and I was stuck in the hospital. I know a lot of people were worried about me, and they kind of helped me through stuff, and I helped them too.
I don't know how many prayer chains Chris was on, but he was on quite a few, and we took all we could get. After he was out of the hospital, even today, things don't bother us as much. I think in that respect, it's changed the way we look at things. Sometimes people, especially if their kids are on the same team, some parents might get a little upset if their child isn't starting. I remember when he was in the hospital, we said we would give anything just to watch him sit the bench. We didn't care.
The nice thing about Burkitt's lymphoma is once you reach that 2-year standpoint, you've essentially gone past the chance that your tumor is going to come back. And I think that to the family is incredibly reassuring, and to see those kids once they're through that and done is just, it's just fun.
It's great. It's great to see somebody like Chris grow up and see the changes sometimes, the positive changes it makes in somebody's life.
I'm looking forward to playing sports with my friends still and getting a good job and going to a good college.
Let's see, the summer after he was sick, he started back in with baseball.
Yeah, he didn't start out playing baseball really well, but just seeing him out there.
That first game, watching him And thank goodness it was raining because I was bawling. Just to see him out there was all I could ask for.